Boom. Back at you. It's fresh off a bye week. What up, Eagles gang? It's your boy, We Bleed Green, aka WBJ. Coming to you with the game plan for the upcoming game tomorrow versus the Detroit Lions. Now, game plan pretty simple, man. Looking at the rankings, looking at the stats and everything, we pretty much got an advantage in everything except their passing yards per game and their yards per game. They rank 22nd in the league as far as rushing yards go. Our defense trumps their defense. Like, all signs point to this being an easy win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited for another game, but I'm not really excited about this game. But don't get me wrong, you can't underestimate nobody. But if we win this game tomorrow, it won't really be like shocking because, you know, we pretty much better than them in every aspect of the game. So first and foremost, the full-fledged game plan in big bold capital letters: sack Matt Stafford. You know what I'm saying? Because like I just said, they nice with the passing yards per game and everything. They got the number 2 ranked receiver stat wise in Marvin Jones Jr. He's second behind damn, I forgot who he's second behind. I'm not sure he's second behind, but he's second in the league. I think he's behind Julio Jones. Yeah, Julio Jones. Also they have the number 2 sack leader in the NFL, and Kerry Hyder. That's his name, I think. So the initial game plan would be to get to Matt Stafford. But the problem is, you know, they got a nice seasoned veteran, one of the future Hall of Famer, and Anquan Bolden in the slot. That's a disadvantage we have because I think we're going to run a lot of nickel tomorrow. So you're going to see Ron Brooks on Anquan Bolden a lot throughout the game. And that's one of our disadvantages. Even though Bolden's stats don't blow you out of the water this year, like, Bolden knows what he's doing. Like, he goes out there and he does his job. So that could be a clear mismatch for us tomorrow. Another thing, we getting Zach Ertz back, and we getting Zach Ertz back, and we getting Leotis McKelvin back. Now, McKelvin going to get right back in his starting spot at left corner. So a lot of times I think you're going to see Marvin Jones Jr. lined up against him because Nolan Carroll is our best corner. And you know how these offenses game plan now to put the best receiver on, like, who they feel is the weakest cornerback on the other team. So McKelvin coming back off of a hamstring injury. I don't know if he's going to be hampered, you know what I'm saying, but for the most part I see a lot of Marvin Jones Jr. up against him. Golden Tate not really having a good year. He's going to be lined up against Nolan Carroll probably most of the game. These matchups is hard now because, like, they switch their receivers. Usually when you just keep a receiver on one side, you know, but now the game plans change, so it's kind of hard to get these matchups down pat to. So you just try to analyze who's gonna be on who the most and go off of that. But yeah, as far as their roster go, tomorrow the Lions gonna be without their best pass rusher. They're gonna be without their best linebacker in coverage, DeAndre Levy. Ezekiel Ansah, he's out. And they also going to be without their tight end, Eric Ebron. So, you lose your best linebacker in coverage. I heard we since we got Ertz back, we're going to run a lot of 3 tight end sets tomorrow. So you're not really going to see a 3 receiver set too much as far as us, I don't think. So you got to work. You know what I'm saying? Zach Ertz is like a receiver, so you got to work him, you know, to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? And like I say this on every video, and I can't stress this enough. I hate the fact that you have so many playmakers because it's never enough plays to go around. I always say that, man. And I know I sound like a broken record saying that, but it's the truth. So now that you're getting Ertz back, you want to utilize the mismatch in Quandre Diggs and Jordan Matthews. Now, last year when we played the Lions, we got blew out. They had Darius Slay on Matthews. They had him shadowing Matthews in the slot. But this year you see Matthews moving to the outside, moving to the inside. So Slate probably gonna be on Matthews when he moves to the outside. But the biggest mismatch we have is Jordan Matthews lined up in the slot against Quandre Diggs. There's 6-inch height advantage right there. You can utilize that and pounce on that matchup easily. Dorial Green Beckham versus Nevin Lawson. Another mismatch, but Peterson uses DGB, but like you haven't seen really much of him this year yet. Like I don't think he have a touchdown this year yet, and all signs just point to our offense destroying their defense. So DGB might get the ball, Ertz might get the ball, Matthews might get the ball. Aguilar, I think Slay on Aguilar, he'll take him out of the game. So you got to work with Ertz, you got to work Burton, you got to work Selleck, like Sproles. But it should just be an easy wash game. Like we should just watch them. We should go to the forward field and just watch them because you don't have your best pass rusher, but at the same time, Kerry Hyder is he's the second best pass rusher in the league, so you're gonna have your hands full with him. Now I see him lining up on Lane Johnson a lot. Of course, he's gonna move to the other side when they switch. What's his guy named? Devin Teller. He pretty much probably be a non-factor lined up against Jason Peters, so I don't really see no advantage there. Now their defensive tackles, I think our offensive line will handle them. Brandon Brooks, Kels, and my man Allen Barber in the middle. I think we'll handle them. Ashawn Robinson, the one you got to worry about, the rookie, big dude coming in. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like I said, I really don't see. It's not really hard to think of a game plan against the Lions because, like I said, I see this as should be a win for us. You know what I'm saying? We coming back fresher off of off week. You know what I'm saying? So the Lions might be looking to get back in the win column. So I'm not saying take them lightly, but you got Fletcher Cox going up against. He gonna get doubled by the center and the right guard. You know what I'm saying? So like Larry Warford and Travis Swanson going to double Fletcher Cox. You got Benny Logan with the calf spasm. He's going to be up against Lake and Tomlinson. Now Taylor Decker, he's the leader on the offensive line in sacks given up. Now they gave up 10 sacks so far this year. Taylor Decker gave up 4. So Connor Barwin's going to be lined up across from him. So I see Barwin. That's a matchup Barwin should dominate. Barwin been quiet since the first game. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't had a sack in the last 2 games. But I see him just dominating Decker. And then you got Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham going up against Riley Reif, whatever his last name is. Like I said, I see BG getting 1 or 2 sacks because, he's one of the top defensive ends in the league this year. But their offensive line ain't even good. Like they don't really establish no ground game. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, Stafford just gets the ball out. So that's why they get so many passing yards. He has reliable receivers as far as Bolden and but Marvin Jones Jr., man, that's the guy we gotta worry about. Like when we played Pittsburgh, I told everybody we gotta worry about Antonio Brown, which was evident, but they also had D'Angelo Williams at running back. We shut Williams down and we kept Brown out the end zone, but he had about 12 catches for 140 yards. So that was damage control. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of them situations where you let him get his, but don't let the rest of the team hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And we kept them all out the end zone. Nobody scored a touchdown, and that's big against Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see us having a problem handling the Lions tomorrow. We got whatever matchup did I go over? I see us sacking Stafford 5 times. I got 2 going to Brandon Graham, 1 going to Cox. One's going to Barwin, and I don't know. I think maybe we throw a safety blitz, or maybe Michael Kendricks might get the other sack. I don't know, but I see us getting 5 sacks tomorrow on Matt Stafford. But one hand got to watch the other. You know what I'm saying? Like the secondary got to be on point in coverage, so force Stafford to hold the ball so we can get there. But at the same time, sometimes the pass rush got to get there, you know what I'm saying, and take the strain off of the secondary. You You know what I'm saying? But their only problem I see here is Marvin Jones Jr. and Anquan Bolden. I don't even really see Bolden being a factor if it wasn't for the fact that Ryan Brooks, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a disadvantage right there. But Marvin Jones Jr., I think he's fat. We got to worry about that dude. But as far as everybody else, man, I don't really see like Golden Tate looking for redemption. So you always got to keep your eye on him. But as far as like their defense, I don't really see nobody that's gonna stop our offense. You know what I'm saying? Aside from Darius Slay on whatever receiver he's on at the time, because he's their best corner. But even he a little suspect. He's not really all that. But when you lose three of your top players, like it's pretty much a walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? We should easily beat Detroit tomorrow. As far as special teams, Golden Tate, Andre Roberts. That's another guy I wanted to bring up, Andre Roberts, because they put him in place of Golden Tate. He's not really a big threat, but you always gotta worry about him. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty simple game plan, man. Like offensively, get the tight ends involved since you're running 3 tight end sets and they're at a disadvantage with their best linebacker and coverage being out. I can see Ertz having a big game. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Matthews. Take advantage of that matchup. Like that's what I'm saying. It's not enough plays to go around, so it's hard to conquer every disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? So Matthews up against Quandre Diggs, clear disadvantage. Dorial Green Beckham, clear height disadvantage because Nevin Lawson is only 5'10". Dorial Green Beckham 6'5", 6'6". So if you really want to blow them out, like get the ball to the obvious targets. You know what I'm saying? That got a disadvantage on a matchup. You know, our run game is I think they'll pretty keep our run game in check, you know what I'm saying? Aside from Sproles getting open, catching passes out the backfield, that's one thing, but I think our run game not really now, it depends on who playing, you know what I'm saying? Like Matthews, his ankle injury apparently is cool, so you can go ahead and run him. But our run game is gonna be solid, you know what I'm saying? I see us getting 100-something yards rushing, but spread around, you know what I'm saying? To 3-4 different running backs. But as far as the offensive game plan, man, just exploit these disadvantages. Hit Ertz, hit Dorial Green Beckham, hit Jordan Matthews. It's real simple. Even if you throw Sproles out there in the screen game, you know what I'm saying? Their best linebacker in coverage is out. You know what I'm saying? Tahir Whitehead ain't gonna be able to handle Matthews, handle Sproles, handle Wendell Smallwoods too much. Now our defensive game plan. Key on Marvin Jones Jr. and don't let Bolden hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And one last thing I'm going to say for this video over. Theo Riddick. They averaged 92 yards rushing a game, was 22nd in the league. But the reason Matt Stafford is so good at getting rid of that ball is because he has targets. You got to keep an eye on Riddick in the passing game. Because when the run game not working, you really got to keep an eye on that kid as far as passing game, because while you sitting there keying on their wide receivers, trying to take them out the game, your linebackers can get caught slipping when that running back slip out the backfield, catch that screen pass, take to the house. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, man. Easy game plan. I see us beating the Lions. I mean, not to take them lightly, but it's not really too much to this game plan, man. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But real simple. I gotta get up out of here and get to work, man. So I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? As always, fly Eagles fly. I'm saying win a couple teddy bears out the cream machine at work. This is my favorite one. But yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. See everybody tomorrow. Tune into the game. Follow me on Instagram at we_bleed_green. Follow me on Twitter, WeBleedGreen84. Know what I'm saying? Subscribe, comment below. It is what it is, man. Eagles gang for life. Peace, y'all.